Hey everyone, James Reeves with TFBTV. Thanks for tuning in to TFBTV Showtime. We're here at IWA in Nuremberg, Germany. Right now, I'm at the Spuhr booth. You guys have seen me use some Spuhr mounts for some optics before, but you guys have something much larger that you're displaying at the show, a new chassis system that you're calling the S.I.C.S, S-I-C-S. Isn't that right, Håkan?
That's correct.
Tell me all about it.
I started with the length of pull. I think the length of pull is extremely important. And not the length of pull from the butt plate to the trigger, but the length of pull from the butt plate to where you have your eye. And the big issue with that is that the length of pull is actually changing with your shooting position. So normally, in prone, your eye comes closer to the scope than it does in other positions. And this is really annoying, and then you have to trying to take your head back, and that is very difficult. So we have this simple solution here where we very easily can adjust the length of pull. And we can also put in limiters. So if you want to have plus 20 millimeter, then you just go between the two extremes. Mm-hmm. Right now it's at the maximum setting, which is 50 millimeter, or almost 2 inches. On this one, I placed it. I have a limiter, so we go 30 millimeter in and out.
So more or less, I can figure out where, when I shoot from prone, the eye relief I need, and I can just set it on the limiter. So when I hit the ground, boom, one trigger pull, and it's exactly where I want it to be.
Exactly, it's really fast. The solution I have used here is that it's only conical lockings. So this bar is actually moving up and down. When I'm depressing this one, the whole thing falls down. Here is a lot of play. So here can be a lot of dirt and it will still move. When I release the trigger kind of thing, it goes up in lock again and there is no play. Most of this is toolless. So I can change the butt plate height just by pressing the button. The cheek piece height is very quickly adjustable as well. The folder is adjustable, so you can change the tension, and also the locking system for the folder, which is here, can be adjusted by the shooter. So there should never be a play in the folder, and I think that is really important. I have used a number of folders in the past that I really like, but after a while I have to weld them or I have to hammer them to get rid of the play, and that's really annoying. Mm-hmm. Next feature is the grip. It's our own grip design, but it sits on an AR adapter. So if you don't like this, you can just take it off and put on any grip you prefer instead. The adapter it's mounted on is sliding. So by releasing 2 screws, I can actually move the grip back and forth, so you get the correct distance to the trigger, as most of the triggers are non-adjustable. I really believe that heart in any rifle is action. The more rigid the action is, the better the gun can shoot. And so I have used the chassis and make it fairly high here to actually increase the rigidity of the action. So I recommend everybody to bed it. You don't have to bed it. That is really up to everyone. We have machined it so you don't have to bed it, but anything worth killing is certainly worth overkilling. Mm-hmm. So I recommend bedding, and if it's bedded, you would certainly have a lot of the rigidity of the chassis transfer there. Forend is our own design, and we are using the Spuhr interfaces. So if you know the Spuhr interfaces from our scope mount system, we have about 40 different accessories, picketing rails, whatever, that can go on the scope mount, and anything that fits the scope mount fits the chassis system as well. Not only on the forend, but also here on the middle section, on different places.
See, and I thought that was just for like button snaps.
No, not at all. Interesting thing with our interfaces is they are conical. So we are always using 2 of those rings, and the rings are 10-degree conical. Same thing with the holes, they are 10-degree conical. the male part is bigger than the female part. And with the 2 screws or 3 screws, you are actually forcing the bigger male part into the smaller female part. So there is no way it can move. So for example here, if I put it on here, and I just press it, it usually stays there. And if you compare that to any other system, there is a lot of play. Here is no play. So if something is really important, like a laser rangefinder or a laser, then this is the way to go. If you just are going to have a bipod or a front grip, it doesn't matter that much, but if it's important, this is the solution. We make it so far for Remington short action and Tikka T3 short and long action. It's coming for the Remington long action as well, and it's also coming in some left-hand versions, but we don't have that yet.
Håkan, how much is this going to cost me? I hate to put you on the spot, but that's what everybody likes to know.
I think it's about $1,800-$1,900 something in the United States. I don't remember.
What about euro? How much does it cost me over here?
€60.95 plus VAT. Euro.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's actually less expensive than I thought it would be for what you're getting here.
Yeah. There is some more features. Here is a naked forend, and here is a bipod adapter. And we have an arc rail underneath. And the arc rail is with those detents. So with this adapter, you just press the button, and you quickly move your bipod into what position you like. And this is a very simple solution. So there is just 2 balls that is collapsing into the system. We also have various weights that can be added for PRS shooters, etc.
Well, this is all really neat. And I mean, thank you, by the way, Håkan, for taking the time. We'll do a little post-processing and editing just, because I didn't want to tell you this, but the rifle doesn't have a trigger on it. So we're just going to go and fix that in post.
It's just an aluminum dummy. So.
Yeah, sure. An aluminum dummy. That's what it is, guys. Thanks a ton for watching. We'll be bringing you more IWA. Stay tuned.